Welcome to virtualnetworkingconcepts.com. Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about how to configure default routing in GNS3. So today we are going to discuss about how to configure default routing in GNS3. Okay, first of all we need a basic understanding about default routing. First we are going to discuss about some theory session about default routing. Okay. Default routing is nothing but one of the routing protocol. It is easy to identify the unknown destination. Suppose our LAN network want to communicate to internet. We don't know the Google IP address.com and Yahoo IP address. Okay, so this time we need to communicate to our remote anyone uh, network want to communicate via internet. This time we need to using this default routing. This is mainly used for the communicate to unknown destination. Okay, this is the configure at the endpoints. Configure means endpoints means we configure this routing protocol configure at the endpoint of default gateway. Default gateway we are going to configure this. This is the last preferred routing protocol, the routing protocol. Okay. Next we are going to discuss about practical work session. First of all, I need a minimum two routers. Click in this session. So here some list of routers are available. I'm taking any one router from this section. I'm going to take this router, minimum two routers. Okay, so I'm taking one router from here, one Cisco 1700 router model. I take another one router for another one network. Okay, next here the switch session is available. You can see here this is switch types are available. Some different switches hubs are available. You can choose any one. Okay, I am going to choose these switches, Ethernet switch. Okay, I am taking one switch from here and another switch from here. Okay, so next we need a minimum two host device. Okay, you can see these are the host types are available. I'm going to take minimum just for the pinging purpose. I'm taking this type of virtual PC host. I'm taking this. Okay, take one host from here. Okay, another one host from here. Okay, so by default, each and every router want to communicate via serial interface. Here serial cable. We need minimum one serial interface from this router, another one serial interface from this router. By default, this Cisco router have no serial interface. So if you want to configure the serial interface of this Cisco routers, okay. So first right click that router Cisco router and double click the R1 and go to slots. Go to WIC 20. This is the one of the serial interface, one port serial interface. Go to same here. Go to router 2. Double click router slots. Go to WIC configure WIC 20. Press OK. Once it is done, this is going to use this cable option. Click the cable option. Make the connection between serial interface 0/02, serial interface 0/0. Okay. Then next fast ethernet 0/02 or switch first port and then the switch sign port. Okay. Then go to configure this section. Okay, same. Once we configure, we want to define our what is the network we are going to use. This total network we are going to use first configure. Okay, this network is 10.0.0.1. Okay, and next we are going to configure this network. This network is uh, 192.168.168.168.1.0. Okay, this is the 192.168.1.0. Next we are going to configure this network address is 192.168.2.0. Okay, so first of all we want to start our network. Before, what is the IP we are going to assign this interface? Just note it, 10.0.0.1 0.1. Then this serial interface IP address is 10.0.0.2. Okay, again this LAN network interface IP address is 192.168.1.1. Then this PC IP address is 192.168.1.2. Okay, then next this LAN network IP address is 192.168.2.1. Okay, then this host IP address is 192.168.2.2. 168.2.2. Okay, so once if you label was set, you can start your network using this icon. This icon is to start your network. Okay, just you click this icon, your network was started. You can see, you verify here this side, this network was started or not. Okay, see, click the start button. Once if you click the start button, you can see here right now. This one by one is coming up. mm, Green state. Okay, so just wait, it will take some times. Just when the router was started, it will take some more CPUs and more memories. It will take some time. Just wait few seconds. Okay, right now you see our whole network was started successfully. Okay, this router is also was successfully started. Then this router also was successfully started. Okay, once if you started, you can configure. Go to right click. Go to console for the router configuration mode. Okay, so right click console. Okay, first you want to define what are the interface available in your router. So there are the two interface available out in the each router. So one interface is this interface. Okay, another one interface is this interface. Want to verify this both. Okay, so go to show IP interface brief. This command is used to what the interface have your router. This is the fast internet interface series 0. Okay, so this is our in this interface. Okay, so next one is serial interface 0/0. This interface is nothing but this serial interface. Okay, so first we want to configure this serial interface. Okay, so go to configuration mode, configure terminal, interface. So fast ethernet 0/0. First configure LAN interface. Okay, so right now I'm configure this interface, this IP address. Okay, IP address, address, IP address, address 192.168.1.1 space 255.255.255.0. Okay, once if you start want to enable that interface, right now you can see here that is port status is down status, so you want to enable that interface port. Okay, using no shutdown command. No shutdown command. This command used to enable your router interface status up. Come exit. Verify what is your status of your interface. Show IP interface brief. Okay. Right now you can see this status. This interface status is up. Then protocol status also up. This is your IP address of this interface. And then you can see here. Okay. Positive 0/0. Successfully configured. Next you are going to configure this serial interface, this serial interface IP address 0.0.0.1. So first I'm going to see here configuration mode, interface serial interface 0/0. Then IP address is 10.0.0.1 space 55.0.0.0. Okay, want to enable that interface no shutdown. Okay, exit show IP interface brief. Okay, right now you can check my serial interface was configured successfully. IP address is 10.0.0.1. My status is also up. Okay, this interface was successfully configured right now. Okay, once it is completed, go to second router. Okay, just to minimize this router, go to next router. So before you want to configure this virtual PC IP address is this virtual PC IP address is 10.0.0.2. How do we configure? Go to tools option. Here one option is there. Okay, configure this virtual PC. So click this tools. This option virtual PC. Okay, this option is to configure this virtual PC client. Okay, so go to click tools, virtual PCs. Want to check first any IP address or there or not. This want to check this yes showing no IP address are set. So you want to configure this manually. Okay, IP 192.168.1.2 255.255.255.0. My default gateway is 192.168.1. Okay, it will first be checking any duplicate IP address are available in this network or not. It will checking first. So it is not available. Whatever the IP you are putting, it will take automatically. Okay, so right now, so verify the IP address of this PC. You can see this is my IP address 192.168.1.2, and this is my default. This is my subnet mask 24-bit subnet mask, means 255 255 this is a class A IP address. Then this is my default gateway router IP address. Okay, so this PC was successfully configured. Next we want to configure this this network. So right now we are configure this whole networks. Okay, 1.0 successfully configured. Okay, so next we want to configure 192.162.0 network and 10.0.0 network. Okay, first I want to configure this 192.162.2.0 networks. Okay, so right click your router, go to console. This console option is to configure your router. Okay, right click router, console. Okay, first want to check this router there are two interface. One is the this interface and another one is the 10.0.01 interface. Okay, so first I want to configure this 192.168.2.1 network. Okay, uh, okay, first I'm checking what the interface are available now. So IP interface brief. Okay, this command is to what are the interface of the router. I'm going to configure first to pass it 0/0. Okay, passing this is my IP address is okay. uh, Configuration, I'm going to configuration mode and interface pass ethernet 0/0. My IP address is IP address 192.168.1.2.1 space 255.255.255.0. This is my default gateway IP address. Then no shutdown. Okay, back exit, verify the interface status right now. So IP address was going to show IP interface brief. This command is to verify the interface IP address. What are the configure router IP address? Okay, right now you can see this is my interface IP address 2.1. This is 2.1 192.162. This is the my default gateway IP address. My PC IP address 2.2. After I'm going to configure this whole network is 192.168 2.0 network. Okay, so I'm going to here you can see right now this interface was successfully configured. This fast Ethernet network 192.168.2.1. My protocol status up and then port status also up. So, okay, next I'm going to configure next interface, serial interface. Configuration mode, configure terminal. Okay, I'm going next to configure my serial interface 10 this interface 0/0. I'm going to set my IP address 10.0.0.2. Okay, so interface serial interface 0/0. My IP address is 10.0.0.2. My subnet mask is 255 0.0.0.0. Okay, I want to enable my interface. So right now the interface was not enabled, showing the status is down status. I want to enable this interface status. Okay, I want to power on using no shutdown. This command is to enable the interface state power up state. Okay, so come down, exit. Right now I'm going to verify what is the status of. So IP interface command is to verify the what are the IP address configured in this interface. Okay, you can see right now this interface right now they're going to configure. This status is also up. Okay, so right now both interfaces successfully configured. You can see this is both the network interface status up. Then IP address is one interface is 192.161.2 and another network is IP address is 2.10.0.0 network. Okay, so next I'm going to configure this PC IP address. Okay, this is the IP address of 10.192.162.2. So already the which PC is opened. Okay, I'm going to my second PC. You can press 2. This option is to go into second PC. Okay, this option is to go to second PC. Okay, press 2, press enter. Check IP addresses are there or not. So IP is showing no IP address right now there. Want to assign the IP address IP 192.168.2.2 space 235.235.235.0. Okay, default gateway is 192.168.2.1. Okay, right now it is checking any duplicate IPs are there or not. If not there, you can check. It will check automatically whatever IP you are provided using so IP. You can see my IP address is post IP address is 1.192.162.2 and my subnet default then my default gateway is 192.168.2.1. Okay, successfully configured. Just minimize this. Okay, next I want to configure from this PC to this router successfully working or not. Okay, so I'm going to my virtual PC. I ping between my default gateway 192.168.2.1. Okay, so ping was successfully working fine. So you can see this is my default gateway IP address. I'm pinging from my second PC from. Okay, this was successfully working fine. Okay, Next, go to first PC. Is the first, you can choose first option. You're going to first PC. Right now you are in the first virtual PC. Okay. Ping between your IP address. Ping my default gateway address 192.168.1.1. So it's also working fine. Okay. So, okay. Just a message. So right now I'm going to make the connection between, check the pinging pins between this PC to this PC working or not. I want to check first. Suppose I know this time this IP address is 192.162.2, and from here to here 192.161.1. Sometimes this IP address I don't know, this IP system IP address is somewhere anywhere I don't know. So suppose this is the unknown destination. I want to make the connection between these both the PCs. This time we are using the default routing protocol. So this is the default want to communicate to the no one destination. This time we are using the default routing protocol. Okay, so first I'm going to this PC virtual PC one, ping between ping 92.168.2.1. So here showing some error is showing here. No, what is showing? Destination is unreachable, showing error. Destination unreachable error. You can see we are not able to access this that network. Okay, so right now I'm going to make the default routing. I'm going to configure the default routing in this both routers, this and this. Okay, so I'm going to first router. Okay, go configuration mode, IP route. I don't know. I don't know my destination network and what is my default gate and next default gate. I don't know. So I'm going to choose only uh, IP route. I don't know target and target subnet mask 2.0. This is the target network address. This is the target network subnet mask 0.0.0. So okay, I'm communicate via this interface. Okay, so this case I am using only this interface, this serial interface 0+0. Okay. Okay, this is the default routing syntax. Okay, you can see right now. Okay, this is my target network address. I don't know, I'm choosing, this is the unknown destination. In this case I am choosing 0.0.0 target destination network. Then this is my target network subnet mask. I don't know what are the subnet mask using target. So this case I am choosing 2.0.0.0.0. So I am communicate via my serial interface 0/0. This case I am choosing serial interface 0. This is the basic configuration of default routing. Once it is done, come back exit. Okay, exit. Okay, just wait. Then go to your router, the next router, or to configure the same default routing here also. Okay, go to console, configuration mode, configure terminal, IP root 0.0.0.0. My target subnet mask is 0.0.0.0. This both are I don't know. This is unknown destination, and communicate via serial interface 0/0. Okay, so once if you complete you can see this is the target network IP address 0.0. Okay, and this is my target network default gateway 0.0. So this is my serial interface and communicate via this interface. This is the basic configuration of default routing. Once we come back exit. So right now we're going to verify the routing table, default routing table show IP route. This command is to what the routing you are using your network using configuration router. You can see this option is showing 0.0.0. Okay, this is the default routing protocol. Okay, you can use anywhere 0.0.0 and target into the 0.0 and target network 0.0 and target subnet 0.0. This is our default routing protocol concept. Okay, so next go to first router, verify IP routing table. So IP route. This command is used to showing verifying your default routing. Okay, you can see this. Once you configure, you can make the ping between these both the PCs successfully completed or not. Okay. Okay, go to first PC. Same command set. Right now you can see friends, our network was successfully configured via the default routing C. Before destination was unreachable, showing error. So after configure default routing, showing we are getting the communication from successfully getting unknown destination network. So this is the default configuration of default and basic configuration of default routing in GNS3. If you have any doubts, just contact www.opportunityconcept.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you.